And here we go, your free pick and sports betting podcast for Friday, May the 10th. So excited to have my son doing some work for me while he is home from the Ohio State University. So I do have a live in-studio audience of one person as I do this, but most importantly, we have a large audience that we built up over 31 years in the business. Got the NBA side in total for tonight. The big matchup on Houston and Golden State, 7-4 in Major League Baseball. But we swept Wise Guys, 2-0 with Wise Guys during that span, including a big underdog yesterday. Got a Wise Guy among 4 MLB for tonight. And by the way, the Kevin Durant injury, that actually sets up tonight's system in the NBA. And you'll see in the details. We'll explain why. Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com. Free totals bet for tonight. And I got some news and notes coming up. Arizona and Atlanta to go under the 8.5. Tehran and Greinke. When each team is on at least a mini under streak, got a system that says it'll stay under. This game at 509, 397, and 45. Your free winning pick, Arizona and Atlanta under. Now some notes for today. The Brewers and Chicago. Both pitchers are in a groove. Now I frankly said that, over the years that really, if anything, too many people, they over-evaluate pitching. But for those who like to go with the hot pitchers, might be a long look at the under here. Gonzalez, .97 whip, though only 10 innings pitched. So you might expect just a few innings out of him, maybe 5-6 innings. But Quintana, 1.93 ERA and a .98 whip over his last 5. Now the line is going down here. So right now as we file this report, it doesn't fit into this specific system. It did on the opening line when teams are laying at least 134 versus an opponent on a winning streak of 6 or more. Such teams are 92 and 89 on the run line for 24.49 units and a 13.2 ROI. So that may apply. Our database is based on a consensus closing line. So, keep that in mind. It may or may not officially technically apply, but even if it doesn't, the basic theory there is using the odds makers' knowledge against them. When a team on a big winning streak is a fairly big underdog, they usually are a good go against. It wins on the money line as well. Milwaukee, though, one of the best teams in recent years, 228 and 176 since August 31st of 2016 for plus 63.7 units. The White Sox and the Blue Jays. The Covey, 6 innings pitched, but 4.50 ERA and a whip of 2, so he has not pitched well. If anything, maybe 4 innings out of him. Buchholz, 6.57 ERA and a 1.54 whip recently. And we got the Cubs and the Cardinals. The Williams, 4.31, 1.18 respectively with ERA and whip. Wainwright, 4.78, 1.37. Now, what that does tell us, the whip suggests that both pitchers, a better ERA, or they pitch better than their ERA implies. And it's been my experience that the totals are based a little bit too much on ERA and not enough on whip. And with all the fancy metrics, the fly ball, ground ball ratio, really found out that whip is still the most important of any metric, whether or not it even qualifies as advanced. Usually what advanced metrics in baseball means as newfangled ones, but whip is very good for balancing out ERA. And, with a fairly high total, the whip suggests that both pitchers are pitching a little bit better lately than their ERAs would suggest, and maybe some value in the under. Padres and the Rockies, road underdogs of $1.39 or more, despite a winning percentage that's 100 points better than their opponent. A pretty good bet, plus 1995 units for a plus 4 ROI. That kind of goes to what we're talking about, the better team as an underdog against a better pitcher. And as I've said, I think most people do not handicap the team enough. They overweigh pitching, and that angle proves it, although not that it's a incredible angle. Divisional dogs off of a win under specific circumstances that apply today have been a great play, plus 129.9 units. That would favor San Diego. The Reds and the Giants, Castillo, 2.64 ERA, 1.17 whip. What a year he's having. Rodriguez. This would be a pitching mismatch for sure. Rodriguez, 5.96 and 1.56 respectively. Road favorites of $1.35 or more and a winning percentage of .425 or less. A decent profit over more than 5,000 games played in our database. Now, on one hand, the truth is the ROI is not that impressive. On the other hand, when you have something that is turned a profit after the juice over more than 5,000 games, that's still something that should grab your attention a little bit, but the truth is, statistically, it's not that overwhelming. Jesse Walker quad injury is expected back for the Reds. He's got some nice pop, 9 home runs, 15 RBI, but just a .237 batting average this year. You want more and more free information like this? Look, I'll be honest with you, McCapolis, so go where the money goes. If you guys show your support for the podcast and it's a double win for you, use one of the most vetted sports books in the world, mybookie.ag. There's really only about a half dozen sports books that are thoroughly vetted, and I can unequivocally say I will recommend from every standpoint. Most importantly, they're always going to pay you on time. I mean, always going to pay you on time, and they've got the largest sign-up bonus of any thoroughly vetted and approved sportsbook. Now, by thoroughly vetted, I'm talking about my own experience. I'm talking about, like I said, I've been in this industry forever and a day. I know people in the industry. I know some insiders. They'll tell me which sports books are well run from the inside out, and I've never heard anything bad about them. Yeah, there are some of the legitimate watchdogs, such as SBR, OHGA, etc., that also say these are tremendous sports books, and all the feedback I get from high roller clients, well, small players and high rollers alike, nothing bad you will hear about mybookie.ag. Also been told by some of my guys who really like to play in the online casino, they love the live dealers. If you're not really technically inclined and you're worried about how to figure things out, don't worry. 24/7 customer service, English-speaking people, they will be able to hold your hand if you're not that technically inclined. There really is no reason not to join. Please use the promo code Duffy, DUFFY. That tells mybookie.ag you want them to continue to support this podcast. Okay, buddy.